Hello, my name's Ariel Finance, and this is why you should open a Roth IRA right now. A Roth IRA is an individual retirement account, so obviously you can't take any money out until you actually retire. But the most beautiful thing about a Roth IRA is when you take the money out, none of it is taxed. So the money that you put in is obviously after tax, like it would be after it's out of your paycheck, is when you put the money in, and then when you take it out, you have no tax at all. So when you're young and you're in a lower income bracket, and if you think you're going to retire in a higher income bracket and pay more taxes when you retire, then a Roth IRA is perfect for you. Because let's say you're paying 18% in taxes when you're young, and then when you retire, you're gonna you're guessing you're gonna pay like 30% in taxes. Then when you retire, the Roth IRA is still gonna have 0% taxes when you take it out. Now, how you actually open a Roth IRA is you just go on any brokerage like Fidelity, Robinhood, Webull, or anything, doesn't matter, and you just find out how to open a Roth IRA through them. It can also be done through banks, I think, like Chase, any of these big banks. But it's very easy to open a Roth, and then you just start contributing money. Now, there is a max of this year it's 7,500 because if you could put in like $1 million a year and it's not taxed, obviously the IRS isn't going to want that, right? So you have a maximum contribution of 7,500 per year. And if you invest from, let's say, 20 to 60, so 40 years, 7,500 times 40, doing the math in my head, that'd be about almost 300,000, probably 300,000. But you would have millions and millions, probably around 4 million tax-free money. And you didn't even have to work for it. You literally just let it sit there for 40 years, and that is your reward for that. So how the Roth IRA actually grows so much is because of compound interest. Now, how compound interest works is, let's say you have $1,000 in your Roth IRA, and you let it sit for a year, don't touch it, just let it sit, and say 10% return in the market, okay? So then you would have $1,100. And now the next year, your money's actually growing on the 1,100 instead of 1,000. So your money grows on your money, and that's how compound interest works. It works with savings, it works with, everything. Compound interest is your best friend. So with your Roth IRA, obviously it's an individual account, so it's not with an employer or anything, it's just with you, and you invest in stocks. So a lot of people like to hold like long-term stocks since obviously you have to hold it till retirement. A lot of people like to hold long-term stable stocks like VOO, which is a S&P 500 tracker index, or VGT, which is more tech focused and growth. Just a lot of stable or generally stable long-term holds. And you all have to invest that yourself. It's not through an employer or anything. But something that a lot of people do, and me including, is they dollar cost average into their Roth IRA, which simply just means it's automatic investing. So every single Friday, I have $50 that comes out of my paycheck and goes straight into my Roth. And that is an amazing way to just take out the psychological game of investing and stay consistent because you don't really have a choice because you don't actually do it yourself. It's just automatic. And a lot of people wait to invest until they quote unquote say that they have enough money to invest. It's like they think that if they don't have $10,000 to put into the market right now, then it's not even worth it to invest, which is just completely a mindset problem. You should have the mindset of literally 10 cents is better than nothing, right? If you have 10 cents to put in the market, then put the 10 cents in the market. And then a lot of people also just say they don't have enough money when it's purely a spending problem. Like they'll spend $300 on DoorDash per week and then say they don't have money to invest. It's like, do you really need to be spending $300 on DoorDash, right? You could literally go out with your car, get the same food for $100 per week instead of the 300, get the same amount of food. You know what I mean? So a lot of people make excuses that they can't start investing or they shouldn't because they don't have enough money or any other excuse they want to throw out there. But my point is that you can just take $1 and invest it, and it'll be better than nothing. Anything is better than nothing. If you take $1 and invest it for 40 years from 20 to 60, your dollar will be worth $45.26 at a 10% return. At a 12% return, it would be $93.05. So your dollar would literally 45x in 40 years without you having to do any work. The only work you have to do is actually start and take that dollar out of your account and invest it. And then if you times that by, I don't know, $100, just do the math. Be $930, right? No, not 930, I'm sorry. $9,300 from $100, right? So that's the beauty of the Roth. And then it's not taxed at all when you take it out. You get that full amount. So for my personal case, I started investing at 17 last year, and I invested about $700. And this year, I've invested about $300 more into my Roth. So I have about 1,000 in there, give or take on the time. But I know that this money will grow exponentially, and compound interest will stack up. And my goal is to max my Roth IRA for this year. We'll see if it will happen, but depends if I increase my income or not. But if you have a stable job, if you have a surplus of income, then I highly, highly suggest that you max your Roth out every single year, because it will stack up, especially if you're young, especially if you're in your 20s, even in your late teens. Just start a Roth IRA and keep going. You don't even have to look at the money. Don't even think about it. Just assume the money's gone, and then when you'll retire, you'll get a giant paycheck. And especially if you don't know what you're doing, when like you haven't invested before and you open a Roth and you don't really know what you're doing with stocks or anything, I highly suggest just putting your money in VOO. And this is not financial advice. I'm not an advisor or anything. I'm only 18 years old, but VOO it's done me well. It's done everyone well. Everyone loves it. It's very stable. So VOO's an amazing thing for your Roth, in my opinion. And with your Roth, don't try to time the market. A lot of people just try to time the market all the time. Like, if we're being realistic, you're never going to know the bottom. You're never going to know the exact bottom. You're just going to always have to guess and use historical data, but you're never going to actually know the bottom. So just dollar cost average, stay consistent, and put as much money as you can in your Roth. So for my own personal case, if I end this year with $1,000 in my Roth and then max it every year from 19 until 65, I will have $7,290,809.77. And I'm only investing $353,500 of my own money for 47 years. I mean, not for 47 years, the 7,500 for the 47 years. And I get $6.9 million in profit, tax-free when I take it out. So I get that $7,290,000 tax-free. If I just had it in a regular brokerage and it wasn't a Roth, I'd have to pay $1.3 to $1.5 million just in pure taxes. So that's the beauty of a Roth IRA.